The interview is a part of the SSB testing process. The interview is one-to-one where the president or the deputy president of the board takes the interview of the candidate. The questions range from 5 to 6 set of Comprehensive Information Questionnaire or CIQ and are generally asked from the PIQ form. Most questions are personal and are related to the personality of the candidate, whereas a few questions are also related to GK, current affairs, and service knowledge. Hello aspirants, welcome back to SSBCrack exams. I am Anuradha and in this session I will be giving you 20 sample questions from SSB which is related to the service knowledge for the Navy aspirants. These questions will also be provided with answers and these questions are commonly asked in the Naval Selection Board or NSB. Please treat these questions as sample and prepare for your NSB accordingly. So let's start, but before that let me tell you that now you can prepare for the various defense competitive exams at the comfort of your home by just logging on to our website SSBCrackExams.com or by simply downloading our mobile app from the Google Play Store. So hurry up, download our mobile app right now. So let's start with one by one the common NSB interview questions. So the questions can be related from one to another. For example, if you are answering the first question, then the next question will be a follow-up of whatever you have answered. Let me show you how. So take for example questions like, tell me the ranks of Navy from sub-lieutenant. And the order is lieutenant, lieutenant commander, commander, captain, commodore, rear admiral, vice admiral, admiral, and admiral of the fleet. You can also see on your right hand side the naval ranks and the insignia. Alright, so if you want to get an idea of the different ranks of not only Navy but also Indian Army and Indian Air Force, please refer to our blog and the article related to this. The next question is, how many aircraft carriers are with India? And tell me the name of the first aircraft carrier built by India. So India currently has one aircraft carrier which is known as INS Vikramaditya. It had two until 3 years ago when INS Virat was decommissioned in 2017. Next question, what is the theory behind the working of a ship? Why does it not sink in the water whereas a stone does? This is because the weight of an object acts downward because of obviously gravity, and the buoyant force provided by the water acts upward, and you can obviously understand from the diagram which I have provided on your right hand side. If these two forces are equal, the object floats. If the density of an object exceeds the density of the water, the object will sink. A ship does not sink because the metal is less dense than water. Next question is, tell me the name of any 5 crafts possessed by the Indian Navy. So you can give the name of any 5. I have given the names like INS Vikramaditya, INS Delhi, INS Shivalik, INSV Tarini and INS Arihant. Next question, what do you mean by commissioning and launching of a ship? The act of commissioning and launching a ship marks her entry into active naval service. Right? Next one, how many commands are there in the Indian Navy? Indian Navy has 3 commands, Western Naval Command, Eastern Naval Command and Southern Naval Command. Now, a video and an article related to these 3 commands of the Indian Navy are already provided in our YouTube channel and in our blog. So please check them out for more details. Next question, what is the motto of the Indian Navy? What does it mean? The motto of the Indian Navy is Sham no Varuna, which means may the Lord of Water be auspicious unto us. Next one, what operations by the Indian Navy are you aware of? Now there are many operations. Now I'm going to give you the names of very famous operations which were conducted by the Indian Navy. And the recent one is the Operation Samudra Setu and Mission Sagar and Mission Sagar 2. And you can also name some of the recent as well as some of the most famous Indian Navy operations like Operation Sankalp, which was taken place in 2019, Operation Nistar and Operation Madad in 2018, Operation Talwar in 1999, Operation Cactus 1988, Operation Trident and Operation Python 1971. I would suggest that you get the details and some of the most important things that you should know for each and every operation. So make a note of the operations and what those operations were meant for your further information, because if you are giving the names of the operations, then the IO can obviously ask you about any of the operations, and I hope then you want to get prepared about that. So be prepared about what these operations are for, whatever operations you're going to name, right? Also make sure that you have a note of the most famous operations of the Indian Navy, not only Indian Navy, but also Indian Army and Indian Air Force. Next question. Starting from the naval headquarters, tell me the hierarchy of the Indian Navy. So you have IHQ, MOD Navy, which give commands to obviously commands, and then to naval stations or training establishment. So this is the hierarchy of the Indian Navy from the naval headquarters. Next, tell me any 5 naval exercises conducted by the Indian Navy. So I have given some of these 5 naval exercises. You can name any one, but the names given by me are Exercise Malabar, Exercise Varuna, Simbex, Exercise Konkan, and Exercise Indra Navy. Right? Again, you need to know about what these exercises were for, why were these exercises conducted, and so on, so that you can have about adequate knowledge about each of these exercises. Next, what is the role of the Indian Navy and what does Navy do when it is not at war? The answer is the Navy defends maritime interests of Indian and provides HADR support. It prepares for war when obviously not at war. What is the difference between a cruise missile and ballistic missile? A cruise missile is a guided missile and a ballistic missile is a missile that follows a ballistic flight path under gravity. So please also be aware of all the cruise and the ballistic missiles that Indian Navy possess. Next, when was the Indian Navy formed and when is Navy Day celebrated? Very important question. I hope that all of you knows that already. Indian Navy was founded on 5th September 1612. Navy Day is celebrated on 4th December every year in view of Operation Trident. And obviously, a question can arise about what Operation Trident is, but I will be giving you the answer in a few more minutes. But first, you can also be asked about the names of 5 aircrafts which are used by the Indian Navy, right? So the aircraft names that I have given are MiG-29K, P-8 Poseidon, HAL Chetak, HAL Dhruv, and Sikorsky UH-3H, right? Again, please make a note of these aircrafts and what they're used for and what are their specialities. Now coming to what is Operation Trident. This is very important. I hope that you should know about it. Operation Trident was an offensive operation which was launched by the Indian Navy on Pakistan's port city of Karachi during the Indo-Pakistani War of 1971. Okay, and then again, very important question that can be asked to you is who is the Chief of Naval Staff of the Indian Navy? So I hope that you all know about him. He is Admiral Karambir Singh. Okay, and you can see his picture on your right hand side. Tell me 2 submarines possessed by the Indian Navy, and they are INS Arihant and INS Chakra. Okay, next, what is the difference between Navy and Coast Guard? Navy watches our interest on the high seas, whereas the job of watching out for our safety on our coastline is that of the Coast Guard. So I hope that you should know about the difference between these two. And then what are the non-officer ranks in the Indian Navy? So as you can see on the right hand side, I have also given the insignia of these non-officer ranks. I will be telling you about these non-officer ranks from the top to the lowermost, right? So at the top we have Master Chief Petty Officer First Class, followed by Master Chief Petty Officer Second Class, then Chief Petty Officer, then Petty Officer, then Leading Seaman, then Seaman 1 and Seaman 2. Okay, Seaman 2 is the lowest rank. Okay, and the highest is the Master Chief Petty Officer First Class. Alright, so to know more about these non-officer ranks, you can obviously check out our blog, article and the video that we have. So you'll get lots of information not only for the Indian Navy, again, you will also get lots of details about the Indian Army and the Indian Air Force as well. Right, coming on to the next question, what are torpedoes? This is very important and you should know what torpedoes are. You should also know what torpedoes the Indian Navy have. As you can see on your right hand side, the Varunastra. So this is one of the torpedoes that the Indian Navy has. So what is a torpedo? It is a self-propelled weapon with an explosive warhead launched above or below the water surface, propelled underwater towards a target and designed to detonate either on contact with its target or in proximity to it. Right, so you should know what torpedoes we have in the Indian Navy. Now, another thing I want to tell you about is that do not expect for your NSB interview only questions related to the Indian Navy. Questions can also be asked from the Indian Air Force and the Indian Army. So you must have adequate knowledge and you must get prepare yourself about these parts of Indian Armed Forces and Indian Army as well. Okay, Indian Air Force as well. Alright, so this was all about the 20 sample questions very commonly asked in your NSB interview. I hope that you will prepare accordingly. These are not the only and the particular answers that you should give for the questions. You should also prepare for yourself about the different operations, exercises, ranks, commands that I have already mentioned while I was going through these questions. So I will see you next with something more informative and interesting about your SSB interview questions related to this. If you want to prepare for the SSB interview now with full confidence and with full clarity, please order these books off from Amazon and Flipkart. You'll get the links of these books in the description box below. And stay tuned to SSB Crack Exams. Start preparing for your SSB interview. Start preparing well and always stay confident. Jai Hind.